This Sun-Gazette video coverage is proudly sponsored by Woodlands Bank.
Just talk about how you feel you guys did today, both boys and girls side. You had a lot of really great performances.
Yeah, I feel girls side. We come out and competed as best we could. We had a couple girls out today, so we kind of had to scramble last minute and get the girls lineup set a little different than we had. We gave it everything we had. We had a lot of good wins, a lot of good races, so very proud of the girls. Boys come out, I put a challenge up there. I knew it was going to be a tight meet all the way to the end, and it did. As far as my scoring goes, we were up by 2 going into the last relay, and I think we sealed it there with the last relay. So a lot of good swims by the boys. We had a couple make district times today, so real proud of everybody here today.
Yeah, I was going to say, talk to me about your guys' relays, because you had some solid relay performance all throughout from the beginning to the end there.
Yeah, and our 2 medley, we put our A relay in there because we wanted to see how we could compete with Williamsport, which they just set a record there on Saturday in that relay, so we knew that was going to be quite a challenge, but it was good. And then I figured they'd put their A relay in for the 2 free. I kind of came up with 2 different relays for that, so we could kind of get our A relay and the 4 free relay and win that. So it kind of worked out.
And talk to me about Camryn today, because she kind of dominated both those races individually that she was in. I know she holds probably like a dozen school record, but just talk about how dominant she is in some of those races.
Well, she wanted to swim those today. It was her last opportunity. Those are two events that she does not have the school record on. Her son does. So she was giving it all she could. She didn't get it today, but she's very versatile and can swim all the strokes. Very proud of her from a coaching standpoint, and as her father, she puts a lot of time in.
Just as you mentioned, her versatility, just how nice is it to have a swimmer like that you can probably kind of plug just into any event and know she's probably going to get a win.
And not just her, we have a bunch of those right now. The Hosley sisters, I could put them in any event that we needed, and they would step up. And Aubriana, pretty much every meet, I got to put her in the 2 free relay, the 500 and the 100 back, boom, 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 and she always comes through for me. So we have a lot of kids that are versatile, and I kind of gave the rest of the girls team a challenge this year that they all need to become more versatile, because some of these kids are graduating at the end of the year.
Yeah, I think Camryn just broke the 500 free record last week again. Just talk about just how proud you are, kind of as her father and also coach, just how she's able to kind of just set so many different records in her performances.
Yeah, that's again, Camryn puts in a ton of time. She's got some high goals for herself. She works year round. Right now she's putting in about 10,000 yards a day, 3 or 4 times a week, 6 days a week. So she puts in a lot of yardage. She has earned everything that she's achieved. Next year, I don't know if you're aware, she's headed to the University of West Virginia to swim for the Mountaineers. So huge accomplishments, and I'm super proud of her accomplishments in the pool.
All right, thanks, guys.
Hey, thank you.
Just talk about your guys' performance today as a team. You did really well both the girls and boys side today.
Yeah, I think we have a really strong group this year. We definitely have the numbers, and everybody's working really hard. I think we knew that Williamsport was going to put up a good fight, so we just came out here and gave it all that we had.
Talking to your dad there, the 2 events today that you swam, you said aren't ones that you typically swim, but you still went out and dominated in them. Just talk about your performance in those 2 events today.
Yeah, I think I just try to be good at everything. They're not my favorite events to swim, but I just went out there, swam strong, and just gave it all I had.
Talk to me about your relays today that you guys were in. You did really well, I thought, in both those relays.
Yeah, so we swam both the 2 free, 2 medley. I think our relays this year are pretty good. We all have a good group of girls that can swim everything. And yeah, I think we just went out there and raced and gave it everything that we had.
Just talk to about I think last week you broke the 500 free record, which I think you already had to begin with. Just talk about just being able to break your own school records and what it kind of means to you to keep setting them.
Yeah, so I do a lot of training where I'm constantly just racing stuff, and I think so whenever I go out and compete, it's pretty much just like practice. I just go out and try to fix things and go out differently so I can try to beat it every time. So I think that's how I swam it last week. I was just trying to go out faster than I did the time prior, and I think that's what got me a new record.
Does it ever kind of take you back and surprise you with how many records you kind of hold?
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool to see, but there's definitely 2 more that I would love to get before the season's over, 1 more meet, so we'll see if I end up getting those or not, but yeah.
Just talk to you about your training, just how much time you kind of put into to swimming.
Yeah, so this year actually is the most I've ever trained. I train Monday through Sunday, and then I do additional practices on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, and then 3 to 4 lifts a week. So I mean, it's a lot of training, but it's worth it in the end. So.
Yeah, and you're going to West Virginia to swim. What kind of went into that process to kind of pick them, and how are you excited that you get to swim for a D1 program?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I think our group is really, really good, and it's going to help the program get so much better. I love the coaches. I love the area. The school was awesome, so that's what made me choose it, and I'm super excited for what's to come.
Mm-hmm. With the records and stuff that you have at Central Mountain, do you think that it kind of gives some of the younger swimmers do you think they kind of look up to you as kind of, being your senior with your leadership?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope they look up to me. I try to help them as much as I can and give any tips, and I hope those records go down. I hope people beat them. I mean, records were meant to be broken, so yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Camryn.
It was nice to meet you.
Yep, you too. Congrats.